Hey there. Good morning. It is, okay, going to start again. Good morning. It is Tuesday, February the 4th. Appreciate those who are coming online to join this Zoom meeting for Management 351. It's a busy time for all. We have the Super Bowl coming up. Ideally, we would have had the Saints in there, but wasn't meant to be. God bless Drew for trying, but the it wasn't meant to be. Let's put it that way. Hopefully, an entertaining Super Bowl. We got some interesting storylines and such with Brady and Mahomes. So that will take up. Hopefully, you'll get to enjoy that. But we don't have a test first thing Monday morning that should interfere with your Super Bowl plans. So uh, what I wanted to do with today's session was kind of do an overview of what's going to be taking place next week with the first set of deadlines for homework and quizzes on the three chapters, chapters 1, 2, and 7, that will be on this first test, and then talk just a bit about how how you will be taking the test on Tuesday, February the 9th, talk about the process, and then also go over what I think are some helpful and useful hints for taking the test on Connect, and then how to approach the test from a studying perspective. So I'll open it up to your questions at the end. Probably go about 20 minutes with this until we come to question time. So if you will stay on till then and defer any questions that you might have until the end. If you have any questions about the class, about Connect, about what's happening and schedule wise and so forth, I'll be happy to entertain those at the end. And for those of you who might view this session later on YouTube, had a scheduling thing come up this afternoon, made me cancel at 2 o'clock. But for all, I would remind you, I do have available times Monday through Thursday in the mornings. And so if you want to reach out and feel the need to discuss something personally, please just take the initiative and send me a Zoom invite or a Google Meet invitation, and give me. I- I'd like a day. I'd like an overnight notice, but at least give me some notice, because instead of just sending me an invitation and say, "Hey, can you be online in 10 minutes?" Most of the time, yes. Sometimes, no. So do bear that in mind as we go forward, and I'll be reminding you of that throughout the semester. So let's talk practically what's going to happen next Monday and Tuesday. Monday at 11:59 p.m. will be the deadline for you to submit uh, the homework reinforcement activities and the chapter quizzes from the first three chapters that'll be on the first test. If you're not a veteran at using Connect, don't worry. But if you are, do know that that is a hard deadline. That is a deadline that, let's say, you are taking a quiz at 11:45 Monday night. If you're not done by the time 11:59 rolls around, then it will shut Connect will shut you down with where you are in process on that quiz or that homework activity. So it is a hard deadline. You do need to have everything concluded, submitted prior to 11:59 on that Monday evening. So a reminder for the homework and for the quizzes. only the highest grade counts. And so if you are in a position where you have done an activity or a quiz, not satisfied with your grade, or if you just want to try to improve it, and this is particularly the case on the quizzes, you take it again risk free in order to try to improve your grade. Only the highest counts. So something to bear in mind with homework and quizzes, and then also something to bear in mind with the test. Now, let's talk about topic A1 for everyone. What about the first test? The first test will be on Tuesday, February the 9th, and you will have all day. You'll have a 24-hour window in which to take the exam. So you take it at your convenience, at a time convenient to you. I think we have the Thunderbirds going overhead. If you hear the sound for the planes while I'm in my sunroom, um, background sound. Um, you have a 24-hour window in which to take the exam. The time limit on the exam will be 70 minutes, so it's approximately the same as the length of a typical in-class course session. With the number of questions on the exam, you should not run into really much of a time problem. Uh, 50 or so questions on each exam, 70 minutes in which to take the exam. So the time per question should allow you ample time to complete the exam, and many of you will complete it in far less than 70 minutes. But my advice on this is A, sit down to take the test when you know you have an uninterrupted 70 minutes. That can be interesting these days, but make sure that you have time to take the exam, and nothing will interfere with that. Also, the the big thing to me is that even though you're taking the exam online, and even though in essence you're taking it with open resources available to you, the best advice I can give you is to truly prepare as if you were taking the exam in the classroom, a paper and pencil and good old Scantron test. It will be true, false, multiple choice, and so guessing is always allowed. But what I find is that the students who do the best are going to be the ones who have prepared for the test as if it were going to be taken in the classroom. And time management is key. And so do make certain that, and this is a pitfall that happens, particularly with the online exams, is that don't get hung up on one question. Don't say, where did he pull that one from? Where I know I've seen that one before, somewhere in the book I've seen it. And what ends up happening is, you get frustrated, you go looking for an answer, and all of a sudden 5-10 minutes have gone by, and that puts you in a pinch for the remainder of the exam. So that's my biggest advice for is to prepare for the exam well. If you've read the chapters, if you've done the activities that help support the chapters in Connect, if you review the PowerPoints, if you do well on the quizzes. And the quizzes, you won't see exactly the same questions, but in terms of the difficulty level and form of the questions that you see on the quiz, those should be good indicators of how you will do on the test. That being said, one of the unique things that I do with this class is enable you to take the test a second time if you wish. And again, just like with the homework and just like with quizzes, only the highest grade counts. So let's do a little scenario planning here. Let's say you make an 85 on the test at the first try, and you want to try to do better, you can turn around, take it a second time, and try to make an A, and go from there. Uh, on the other hand, if you make a what you would consider to be a low grade, whatever grade you would consider low, be that an 80, a 70, lower than that. You can take the exam a second time, risk free, and only the highest grade counts. And so you might take the test once, and see how you did. If you're not comfortable, not happy with what you make, uh, you can turn around, take it immediately. You can take an hour or two or three or six, and go back to do some more studying, and take a fresh approach and take the exam a second time. And every exam that I give on Connect, I have a fair number of folks who do this. And so realizing that if you're going to sit down and take the exam, again, that's a time commitment, whether it's going to be 30 or 60 or 70 minutes to complete the exam a second time. But if you do better on the second exam, that's the one that's going to be counted. So it is a unique opportunity, and it gives you a chance to do better, to improve your grade, and every this is an environment where every grade does count. So if you can get off to a good start with the first test grade, that really helps your standing in the course. Also, mechanically, as you might have noticed from your initial experience taking the quizzes, these are questions drawn from a pool. For the quizzes, there's a pool from each chapter. For the test, there's a pool that I've put together with questions from these three chapters that are upcoming. So just like in poker, you're going to draw a different hand each time. And so you may see some questions repeated based on the size of the pool involved. You might see, 10, 20, maybe more than that percent repeated. But you largely are going to see new questions. And so you may find that your first or your second attempt on a test was just a degree or two or three easier or harder based on the specific questions that you drew. So that's another reason to perhaps consider taking the test a second time. So um, main, a main message for today is study and prepare, and you should do well, hopefully. If you do less than you anticipated doing on the first exam, hopefully you take those lessons learned and do better on the second and on subsequent exams. And just a little housekeeping in terms of what our schedule will be for the next few weeks. We The next test will only have two chapters on it. Do that for a couple of reasons. One, it works out very good here in the spring semester, uh, having Mardi Gras holiday, and so will cover chapter 14 or excuse me. To be on pace, you should be up to chapter 14 on Thursday, the 11th, and then coming back from Mardi Gras, whatever Mardi Gras ends up being for you, probably very little, or driving around New Orleans and the area, perhaps seeing the decorated houses and avoiding the traffic jams from the particularly well decorated ones. But we'll have chapter 14 that you should be on pace to do for Thursday, the 11th. And then coming back from Mardi Gras would be chapter 12 on motivation. These are two very important chapters, particularly laying the foundation for studying organizational behavior. And so that's why I limit this test to two chapters, both scheduling and content wise. Looking ahead to the week of Monday, February 22nd, we'll have another question and answer Zoom session on Tuesday, the 23rd. And then the second exam over those two chapters will be on Thursday, February 25th. So basically, by the end of this month, you will be a third done with the course, and so that's a milestone to look forward to, and we'll be well underway, and you'll have established hopefully a good path toward doing well in the course, and learning some very practical and helpful things that you can apply not just in your education, but in your work life, and some immediately, perhaps some that'll stick in the recesses of your mind, and you can employ some of these concepts when the occasion arises. And you'll see when we get into the next series of chapters some much more practical advice that will be forthcoming. So, with that being said, that's the main things that I wanted to convey today, just as some reminders with the first test upcoming. And the first set of deadlines next or early next week, and then also just to remind you with the course calendar that I've set up as to what will be occurring for the rest of February, and going from there. So let me, before we get to any questions and answers that you might have, questions you might have and answers that I can provide, let me just say that I'm again very pleased with the level of activity on Connect. I have students who have completed everything for the first test. I have students who haven't completed anything for the first test, but by and large, I see students engaged and doing the work that need be done, and taking the quizzes and doing the homework that needs to be done in preparation for the first test. And so that's a very good sign. I also do want to remind you, as I did earlier, that if you need to reach out, I do have available hours, and you can initiate, send me a Google Meet invite, or a Zoom invitation, and with enough notice, like overnight notice, but if not, just please don't say be on the computer in 15 minutes. And but I'll try to meet your request during those availability hours. So let me do this. I'm going to stop talking at this point. I will say that if you've garnered the information that you wanted from this session, you're free to go and have a good rest of the day. Today looks like the last the last good weather day for a while. But also, please stick around if you do have any questions, and I'll answer those. You can submit your question either via chat, or if you turn your microphone on.
I have a question.
You can, yeah, okay, good. What's your question?
Hi, how you doing? So if we would like to take the test a second try, would we would just have to email you soon as we finish taking the test, and you would just open it up for us again?
No, it's a
Or
when you on the test day, you have two attempts. You have two
okay,
attempts.
okay,
So
okay,
it's automatic. If you see your score from the first test and say, I'd like to take it again, or I need to take it again, then that's you have that second attempt. So yeah,
okay,
you can do so without my intervention. So
okay.
okay, good. Thank you. Good question. All
I
right.
also have a question.
Okay.
So if we review the PowerPoints, the lectures, and then the all the assignments on Connect, that's all the preparation we need, correct?
Well, I think if you do all that, that's about all that one can do. So if
Right.
it comes down to a matter of perhaps rereading or going over some points that you might have not quite understood, but if you do um, read the chapters and do the work that's required on Connect. I do encourage everyone to watch or at least listen to the YouTube lectures. And I see some good analytics in terms of students doing so now, and the analytics will probably go up on Sunday and Monday in preparation for, well, maybe not Sunday with the Super Bowl, but at least on Monday in preparation for the test. So do take advantage of the lectures as well, and you should hopefully be ready for the exam. So thanks, good question.
Thank you. And one more thing.
Okay.
I also if we do utilize the second attempt for the test, would we be able to do that on tests going forward, or is that just a one-time thing?
Yes, all tests going forward. Every test is going to have the same setup to where you have 2 attempts, and 2 attempts without any intervention from me, and the best one counts. So
Great.
So and honestly, I do have it's not half the class that will take the test a second time, but every time I offer a test through Connect, every section I will have a couple or more students take the test a second time, and I don't say why. I understand if you get a grade and you're happy, if you get a 92 or an 82 and you say I'm good with that, I understand. But it is an opportunity to improve your grade, and it's risk free. It's just the time investment to do so. So if you're so moved, please take advantage of that.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Any additional questions? 2 good questions. Much better questions than my 8 o'clock. I'll probably use this for the one that goes up on YouTube. So, okay. I appreciate y'all's attendance and input today. And if you have any questions, reach out to me via email or initiate a Google Meet or an invite. And we'll, with that being said, I will end the session. For those who view this later, please provide me any feedback you might have, and I'll be watching for your submissions on the homework and quizzes for Monday night, and then also watching on test day, and good luck with your studying and lead up to that, and good luck on the tests themselves. So look forward to seeing you do well, and if you need me, reach out online. Thank you very much. Thanks for attending.
Thanks.
Thanks.